Welcome back guys to another video. In today's video, we're going to look at the difference between why and how come. This is pretty interesting, so let's get into it. Alright guys, so in English, we have two ways to say why. The first one is why, like why were you late? And the second is how come. For example, how come you were late? So what is the difference between them? The difference is in the feeling. When you say why, it can sometimes sound a little bit serious. So if your boss says to you, Jacob, why were you late today? I might think, oh shit, I'm in trouble. You know, he's gonna be angry with me. Because it can sound a little bit serious. But if he says, Jacob, so how come you were late today? It sounds much more friendly, much more chill and relaxed. So why can sound a bit serious. It's mostly okay, but it can sound a bit serious sometimes. And how come always sounds really friendly, really relaxed. So just remember guys that why it can sound a bit serious and how come always sounds really friendly and really chill. Now, there's something really important with how come, and that's with the sentence structure. You will notice that with why, it's a normal question. Why were you late? The positive is you were, so the question is were you? Why were you late? But with how come, we said, how come you were late? That's not question structure, that's positive structure. And this is just something with how come. I don't know why, it's just an exception, but how come always goes together with positive sentence structure, even though it's a question. So this means it's actually really easy to use how come because you just take the positive sentence and you put how come at the beginning. For example, the positive sentence is Jacob moved to Prague. If you want to make that a question with why, you just put how come at the beginning. How come Jacob moved to Prague? Super easy. You just take the positive sentence and add how come at the beginning. All right, guys, let's practice using it. I'm going to say a sentence with why, and you say the how come version. So if we said, why did Ryan come to Prague? What would be the how come version of that sentence? So remember, how come goes with positive sentence structure. The positive sentence is Ryan came to Prague. So we put how come at the beginning. How come Ryan came to Prague? Pretty easy, right? Or let's do another example. Why did you drink so much last night? See, now that sounds a little bit serious. Why did you drink so much last night? How would we say that with how come if we want to sound more friendly and chill? So remember, it goes with the positive sentence structure. So the positive sentence is you drank so much last night. So we put how come at the beginning. How come you drank so much last night? So Ryan, how come you drank so much last night? What's going on? Yeah, it's nice and chill. Yeah. So Ryan, if you wanted to ask me why there's a glass of wine in the background here, how would you ask me with how come?
How come there's a glass of wine in the background?
Yeah, because there's the how come there's a glass of wine in the background, because the positive sentence is there is a glass of wine in the background. So we put how come at the beginning. How come there is a glass of wine in the background? It's because wine is delicious, Ryan, and it only makes things better. All right, guys, so that is the difference between why and how come. They both mean the same thing, but why can sometimes sound a bit serious, but how come always sounds very relaxed and very friendly, and it goes with positive sentence structure. So really hope you liked that video, guys. As always, the links for our app and our podcast are in the description for this video. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you in the next one.